If you had a chance to sit down with 18-year-old Chris,
Hmm.
what would you say to him?
Cut your hair. No.
Great. That's probably the
Cut
best
your
answer I've
hair.
gotten so far.
Cut your hair, Chris. I would say no, because I know 18-year-old Chris. I would say work harder, invest, $10 a month, like my dad has been telling me for 20 years. Chris, if you put $20 a month, blah, 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 invest, save. On a personal basis, I would say keep your circle tight. Keep your circle very tight. Don't waste time with people that don't have your best interest. And by best interest, I mean common best interest, putting your foot forward, whether it's physical, business, financial, spiritual, motivational. You know, I wish I would have, I had a lot of fun when I was younger. I wish I would have been a little more serious about my growth like I am now. I was just thinking about this interview today and going back. Boy, I wish I can go back. You can't, but I wish I
Yeah.
would have invested, kept my circle tight, um, take more risk when I was younger and not be afraid. I had an opportunity to buy a restaurant when I wanted to have a restaurant by the time I was 30. And I think I was 28, 29, and I had a deal on the table to buy a restaurant that I really liked. And I was scared and I backed
Mm.
out for no other reason. I was scared. I was simply scared. And I don't know that I wanted to do business with one or two of the partners, but I had no financial commitment. It was a lateral upwards move, kind of laterally. Um, I was going to be an owner, and I backed out because I was scared, So, and I was young. I was young enough for like, who cares? You're 28. I owned a house, but man, it's a lot different losing a house when you're 28 and single than when you're 50 and you have a wife and a daughter. So take
Yeah.
risks, invest, keep your circle tight, be intentional with everything you do because every moment matters, and do the uncomfortable as often as you can because that's where you grow. And people, I think, go
Love it.
through life and they're way too comfortable. I was just comfortable in a couple of personal things, and I got uncomfortable, and I've grown in the last 6 months with something that I did in my personal life that I was scared to death to do, scared for the last 5 years to do, and I pulled the trigger on something, and man, I'm reaping the benefits. But was it, man, I prayed, I called my friends, it was one of the hardest things, and I
Yeah.
did it, took a leap of faith, and it worked out. So be
Good for
uncomfortable.
you.
Yeah, keep your even now I want my circle of my friends to be the top 1%ers and the people that are motivating me to grow, that are pushing me to my limits, that are smarter than me, better than me. If you're not around people that are smarter, better, you're here and they're here. If you don't have somewhere to go,
Yeah.
man, that's